Welcome to Tzu Chi This Week. I'm Mary Lee. It's good to have you with us. Coming up in this week's top stories, we meet an array of winners of the 2015 Taiwan Medical Paradigm Award. Tzu Chi International Medical Association holds monthly free clinics for detainees in Nantou, Taiwan. And the governor from Iwate Prefecture of Japan visits to thank Taiwan and its people for their help in the aftermath of the 3/11 earthquake. To celebrate Doctors' Day in Taiwan, which falls on November 12th, the 2015 Taiwan Medical Paradigm Award was recently held to recognize hospitals and medical personnel for their effort in serving patients. In our next report, we meet some of the winners, which include Yuli Tzu Chi Hospital Dr. Li Senjia.
Always ready to help at Tzu Chi's free clinics domestically or abroad is Yuli Tzu Chi Hospital Dr. Li Senjia, who has been reaching out to the needy for 50 years. Despite suffering from lung cancer, Li still sees every chance to give.
It is our duty as a doctor to save lives. I always feel accomplished and happy when I know that I have saved a life.
Following the Bali water park explosion, medical personnel of Taipei and Hualien Tzu Chi hospitals quickly mobilized to help the victims. Both hospitals' dedication in helping explosion survivors have all been recognized.
Tzu Chi hospitals place a lot of emphasis on humanistic care so that medical staff and patients can form a stronger bond.
上人也持续说希望花莲慈院
Master Zeng Yin hopes that the Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital can collaborate with Daai Technology to develop pressure garments that patients feel more comfortable in.
In one of the episodes of the Daai TV show The Unsung Heroes, audience saw how medical personnel help patients fight their illnesses and walk through the last stage of their lives.
He
has served beyond his duty, and his dedication is truly admirable. We're extremely touched by his spirit and should learn from him.
Another episode of The Unsung Heroes talks about a doctor who dedicates himself in making prosthetics for those missing a limb.
No matter what kind of accident you've been in, you don't have to worry because we'll make sure you get the help you need.
Giving themselves wholeheartedly to serving their patients, these doctors have become good role models for many future doctors to follow.
Also, in response to Doctors' Day, both the Taichung and Hualien Tzu Chi hospitals organized celebratory events to show appreciation to the hospital's doctors. To celebrate Doctors' Day, Taichung Tzu Chi Hospital superintendent is delivering fresh-made roselle jam to the doctors in the hospital.
We grew these flowers behind the hospital and made them into jam. Just spread it on bread for a midnight snack. It's healthier. Good job.
To thank the doctors for their tireless effort, Dr. Jian personally donned an apron and helped make the jam, which is completely healthy.
Its color red and its shape round symbolize warmth and good teamwork. So we have turned the flower into a jam for our doctors.
While over at the Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital, volunteers have prepared apples and persimmons as gifts for each doctor.
Apples symbolize peace and harmony, and persimmons symbolize smooth sailing. So may these doctors be blessed always.
In the big Tzu Chi family, we are all one family, and the volunteers have really made each one of us feel this way here.
The thoughtful gifts carry much blessings and well wishes for these doctors. May they continue to safeguard the health of everyone. As this year happens to be the 10th anniversary of the Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital, Master Zhen Yan has visited the facility to get a thorough report on how it has developed during these past 10 years.
Master Zhen Yan is at the Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital to see how it has progressed in the past 10 years and how it will prepare the future. As Taiwanese demand for dialysis has always been high in the world, leading to complications such as anemia. Nephrologist Dr. Guo Keling has published many articles in numerous international periodicals, and has written a guideline on dialysis to be used countrywide.
Through this guide I have prepared, I believe many doctors will have a better idea on treating anemia and provide patients with better treatment.
As Taiwan's population ages, more people are suffering from chronic pain due to spine-related problems. As surgery is potentially riskier for the elderly, by developing methods to block out pain can help reduce such risk and also bring relief to patients.
In many cases, you don't necessarily need surgeries to stop the pain. Some surgeries might even cause more pain afterwards. We can use nerve blocks to manage the pain and even achieve better results.
Cancers of the gastrointestinal system have always been among the top 10 deadliest cancers. Thus, Dr. Chen Jianhua of Gastroenterology and Hepatology Department has been working on a more comfortable gastrointestinal endoscope for earlier detection, which he then treats with minimally invasive surgery.
A minimally invasive surgery causes the least harm to the body and even protects our organs. It can also reduce the need for prolonged anesthesia, which improves post-surgery recovery. All these add up.
As every medical department makes their report to the master thanks the medical staff for their dedication to ease patients' suffering.
哇，不可思议，怎么可以做到这样呢？但是不可思议的，就是表示了不可思议的空间还是很大，真的是很亮丽啊，非常感恩哈。
10 years have passed, but the hospital's doctors' initial aspirations to help patients continue to push them forwards. In the future, they will continue to save lives, curing illness, inspiring compassion, and delivering quality services to patients.
During Master Zheng Yan's visit to the Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital, medical staff seized the opportunity to share with the Master some medical cases that have resonated with them.
Caring for both patients' physical and mental health is something that Tzu Chi's medical mission strives for. Medical personnel at Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital shared with Master Zheng Yan medical cases that have resonated with them. After receiving treatment at Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital's Department of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, a woman who had head and neck tumor not only regained the will to live but also later recovered from her illness.
Without the assistance of these nurses, I don't think this patient could recover this well. Our nurses have helped this lady regain her courage and given her hope.
Pediatric intensive care unit nurse Chen Yingru shares how she helped a couple learn to deal with the loss of their child with courage and bravery.
As I accompanied the couple, I helped them rediscover love and feel love once again. At the end, they were able to change their mindset and no longer felt regret.
This senior suffers from a spinal injury due to a fall. However, unwilling to undergo a surgery, the senior later sought help from traditional Chinese medicine. Besides offering treatment, medical staff also make it a point to bring love and warmth to Grandma Ho's doorsteps.
After the consultation, I asked myself what else I can do to help Grandma Ho. At the social service room, we managed to find a suitable back pad for the senior. Later, around 8:30 in the evening, I set out to visit her.
Master Zheng Yan seized this chance to thank medical personnel at the Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital for spreading love and warmth to forgotten corners.
这都是呢，照顾的那样的细心啊，感恩你们代替我照顾不到的这一群老人，真正是很感动。
In the years to come, medical staff at Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital will continue to uphold Tzu Chi's spirit of love by caring for both patients' bodies and minds.
For 6 years, Nantou Detention Center in Nantou County, Taiwan, has been working with TIMA to provide monthly free clinics for its detainees. Since most of the detainees are illegal foreign laborers without health insurance, the free medical services have not only helped them save on their expenses, it has also brought them much needed love and warmth in a foreign land.
My clinic is only about 2 kilometers away from the Nantou Detention Center.
We have about 200 detainees from 5 countries, including China, Indonesia, Vietnam, the Philippines, and Thailand.
Nantou Detention Center is the last stop for illegal foreign laborers before deportation. TIMA members have been holding monthly free clinics here, providing services in internal medicine, surgery, obstetrics, and dentistry.
The services are for free. We are grateful to them. Taiwanese people are very kind. Although we've committed wrong acts, you do not discriminate against us and even keen to treat our illnesses. I will always remember this.
The center was established in April of 2009, and since May of that year, Tzu Chi has held 75 free clinics, serving a total of more than 3,000 people.
These numbers do not matter to the TIMA doctors who are committed to serving the greater good.
We cherish our blessings as we are much more fortunate than the detainees. We didn't have to leave our homes to work in a foreign country like they had to.
Tzu Chi provides a free clinic here once a month. Those whose condition is more severe, I will take to my clinic to receive further treatment, free of charge as well.
Having lost their freedom in a foreign land, the detainees can nevertheless feel the love and care of TIMA members when most needed.
In less than 5 months, it will be the 5th anniversary of the 3/11 Japan earthquake. Since the disaster occurred, Tzu Chi has continued to lend its assistance to the hard-hit northeast Japan. Recently, the governor of Iwate Prefecture and other dignitaries paid an official visit to Master Zhenyan at the Tzu Chi Gwandu grounds to show their appreciation.
Tzu Chi volunteers welcomed the governor of Iwate Prefecture and other guests from Japan who are visiting Daai TV station. These guests also went inside the news studio to understand how news is broadcasted.
To have some 6,000 media volunteers across the world who file news reports to the station, I think by utilizing such power, more positive news can be broadcasted. I'm deeply moved by this.
The guests also meet with Master Zhenyan and talked about how Tzu Chi volunteers and Jingsi aphorisms help empower and comfort them and the rest of victims of the 2011 3/11 earthquake who suffered great losses.
Although this terrible disaster took place, we were able to meet so many people after the earthquake. We would have never met them otherwise. Though it was a painful disaster, it was through such a traumatic experience that made us realize how we need to cherish good affinities with other people.
The delegate then presented a certificate of appreciation and cloth embroidered by elderly people of Japan to Master Zhenyan. In return, the master gifted the guests with blessing and wisdom red envelopes and bookmarks, adding warmth to this precious encounter.
As part of his visit to Taiwan, the governor of Iwate Prefecture also personally conveyed his gratitude on behalf of his people to the Taiwanese government and its citizens for their assistance to Japan after the disaster.
A songstress serenades the Japanese version of Amazing Grace beautifully with gratitude in her heart. The governor of Japan's Iwate Prefecture is also in Taiwan personally to thank the government and its people for the assistance rendered since the 311 Japan earthquake.
Representing the people of Iwate Prefecture, I'm here to thank Taiwan's people for the love they have shown us and relief supplies they have given us. From the bottom of our heart, we wish for a speedy recovery of the Iwate Prefecture.
On March 11th of 2011, a 9.0 magnitude quake in northeast Japan brought devastation that shocked the world. The tsunami caused by the quake claimed the lives of nearly 20,000 people. As Iwate, Miyagi, Ibaraki, and Fukushima prefectures were the hardest hit, Tzu Chi volunteers in Japan and Taiwan came together to form 12 relief teams and invested over 4,000 shifts of volunteers to serve in the disaster area. Nearly 100,000 households also received Tzu Chi's consolation cash. To this day, Tzu Chi's care continues.
We conduct regular visitations in the disaster area about once every 3 months. We visit the prefab housing units to work with each individual household. Currently, we have several cases that need long-term care.
This year, we prepared a Buddha statue to be delivered to Ofunato City's Honshu Temple. It is for appeasing and consoling the spirits of the dead.
To thank all those who have lent Japan a helping hand, the Red Cross Society of ROC, the international headquarters SAR Taiwan, the Tzu Chi Foundation, and numerous other organizations were invited to attend the ceremony to witness how Northeast Japan has since recovered.
Recently, a charity event was held at the Jingsi Hall in Pantai Indah Kaput of Indonesia. Many people gave generously as the funds raised would go towards the construction of the new Indonesia Tzu Chi Hospital, which broke grounds back in May of this year.
A hospital is a place to safeguard lives. Anthony, who works at Indonesia Tzu Chi School, is donating roof tiles for the new Tzu Chi Hospital on behalf of his families.
I told my families that the goals of Tzu Chi Hospital are to help the poor and to provide health services with Tzu Chi's values of love and care.
The Tzu Chi Indonesia chapter is holding a fundraiser at the Kapuk Tzu Chi grounds for the constructions of the new hospital, while also giving people a chance to give. Students also came in groups to help on site.
I learned about this charity event from my teacher, who is also a Tzu Chi volunteer, so she encouraged us to come and help out.
For sale are mugs made by students of Tzu Chi School.
Visitors not only get to buy things, but are also doing a good deed. So it's like killing two birds with one stone.
Giving is not the privilege of the rich. It is giving with sincerity that matters. For a well-equipped hospital, the public do their part, giving their support year after year.
In the future, Indonesians won't have to travel to Singapore or Malaysia for treatment. They can just go to the Tzu Chi Hospital here. I also hope that there will be more hospitals that meet the international standard here, as this is what is lacking in Indonesia.
The sound of gong striking ebbs forward, empowering the masses to give their love while ushering in a new chapter of Tzu Chi's medical mission in Indonesia.
Next, we join the cancer support group established by the Tzu Chi Kuala Lumpur and Selangor chapter in Malaysia as they celebrate their 2nd anniversary. Here in Malaysia's Kuala Lumpur, cancer patients and their family members have gathered to celebrate the 2nd anniversary of the establishment of the Tzu Chi Cancer Support Group.
What is our lamp of the heart made of? How can we light it? By using our passion and our love to light up our inner wisdom, we can also shine our love to others.
For 2 years, through nutrition classes, companionship, encouragement, and wisdom, the support group has saturated the cancer patient's life with positivity and given them a chance to smile once more.
Let's give ourselves an applause as we have made it to the other side.
After I was diagnosed with cancer, I made a vow to be a vegetarian, and it's been 3 years. Although I'm thinner, my energy has not decreased. I hope that cancer patients don't give up.
Although having lost their loved one to cancer, Lim Chong-chi's family decided to transform their grief into strength to help others.
I am very grateful for Tzu Chi volunteers' companionship. My husband's wish is to help those in need. I'll continue on in his spirit and help him finish the task he never completed.
In his memory, Lim's family members sing his favorite song to remind everyone to continue to spread the love forward.
We continue to recognize New Shoot Scholarship recipients for their hard work as we get to know Lin Ting Chen, a sophomore at Kunshan University in Tainan, who has essentially become the man of the house. Here is his story.
Lin Ting Chen's mother is cooking because her beloved grandson is coming home. A sophomore in college, Lin was left in his father's care after his parents' divorce, but he can't remember his dad much.
I only remember the silhouette of my dad, because since I was little, he's been in and out of jail many times. I remember Grandma the most, and I'm more attached to her.
He never complains about anything. He's always quiet.
Grandma is illiterate, so 1 means after breakfast, 2 means after lunch, 3 means after dinner, and 4 means before going to bed.
Lin Ting Chen and his grandmother support each other, worried about her health. He always rides his motorcycle home every weekend to help out.
Don't get hooked on bad habits, especially drugs. That's an absolute no. Be a good person and develop good habits. Only you can turn this family around.
Although raised in a less than ideal environment, Lin is a good-natured. He asks questions in class and helps his classmates with their studies.
Although he is from a disadvantaged family, he has been very optimistic. He doesn't complain like others.
A role model for his classmates and a good grandson for his grandmother, Lin doesn't complain about his circumstances. He hopes to become a civil servant to pay back to his grandmother.
At the end of the program, we join the CEO of Daai TV as he helps to make Blessing and Wisdom red envelopes to be handed out to the public as part of Tzu Chi's annual year-end celebrations. We will leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. See you next week.